I'm Jim.
And I'm Frank.
And I'm Jerry.
And this is the JFJ Conspiracy Podcast, where the shop talk is rock. Episode number 120.
Ooh.
Right off the bat, guys, two things to talk about. I just read on the news, 3 or 4 shows in, Aerosmith has had to postpone their farewell tour.
Oh, boy.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, Steven Tyler has stripped his throat and is bleeding lymph nodes or something going on. Doctor says he can't sing for at least 30 days. And 70 plus years old. How does that go?
And change, yeah.
And he's a screamer, you know.
Yeah, but you'd think they'd be prepping for the tour.
Well, I think he would have taken the Paul Stanley route and prepared for this with a little backing tracks or something. I don't know. Just for a little help.
Well, I don't know. He's gonna put himself in the same
Yeah.
I know.
in the same box as Kiss now.
Exactly.
And Motley Crue.
Yeah.
I'm still a little sore that Joey Kramer's not on the tour.
Yeah, me too.
I did do a farewell tour and you don't invite him back.
You know, well,
I'd love to know that what the bottom line is for that, because all of a sudden it's like there's no Joey Kramer.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not cool though. It's all
No.
I mean,
he came up with the name.
Original founding member of the band, right?
Yeah.
Not cool, Steven.
No.
Not
cool.
My other thing, Jerry, a question for you first.
Yep.
Have you heard the new Rolling Stones song "Angry" and seen the video?
No, all I'm up to date on is that they were doing something new.
Okay.
That's all
Jim?
I know. I haven't heard it.
What about you? You heard the new song, Jim?
No, I saw it got posted up. I did not listen to it yet.
Okay. Strong tune. And the video itself is all old video and photographs superimposed on billboards and different things as a girl. It's Sydney Sweeney. I don't know if you're familiar with her. She's a 25-year-old actress who's basically dancing on the back of a car while she's going down Sunset Boulevard, and the billboards and everything have old photos and videos of the Stones because they don't want to show any new stuff, obviously. 80-year-old men playing in front of a 25-year-old girl. It kind of creeped me out a little bit, to be honest with you. You know, when you to put it in context like that. But the song,
Mick Jagger has kids older than her.
Yeah, well, I think he's had a wife.
Yeah, grandkids. He had grandkids older than her.
Oh, probably so.
Might be. No, the song itself has a good riff to it and a whole bit. Nothing spectacular. Something you'd hear probably in the 70s or whatnot. But that was the first song to come off of this new album so far. Should be interesting what the whole album brings.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a bummer.
I didn't know it was
heard it yet.
No, I didn't know it was their first new material in 18 years. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it's been 18 years.
Well, so their last couple albums are nothing new. Just haven't they had a couple recently? I mean, within the last 18, put it that way.
And maybe they were
are they just greatest hits?
Reboots?
Something.
Yeah. I don't know.
Huh.
Oh well, check it out when you get a chance. Angry. It's pretty good too. Okay, talked about a mail call. I know, Jim, you don't have anything.
I
picked this up.
Oh, I saw that.
Rain Parade. I did see that.
Yeah, Last Rays of a Dying Sun. Just got it this week. You talk about the band hadn't put out an album in an awful long time, but holy man!
So that's new stuff, Frank. That's new stuff.
New stuff.
Okay.
And nice fluorescent blue. Matt Pucci and friends, and they're going to be playing in L.A. at a club. I think in October. I think is when it is. If I don't remember the exact date, but I think it's sometime in October they're going to be playing. Might want to check it out. But anyways, The Last Rays of a Dying Sun. That is Rain Parade. Check it out. It's good album.
Oh,
good
nice
album.
looking vinyl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is. All right. We're going to move right on into the classic album. And I am going to turn it over to Jerry. And you and Jim have at it. I have nothing to add because, look, I threw my back out. I've been on gummies and pain medicine and all kinds of stuff, and I haven't been able to get through this album, even if I wanted to. I literally fell asleep twice the first 2 times listening to it, and the third and fourth time, I never grabbed me enough to where I want to give an opinion. Okay. And so I know you both enjoyed it. So Jerry, take it away.
Yes, Jim and Frank. This is the album Galore by the Primitives. It's their third album from '92. And Frank forgot to mention the bitter pills he was taking along with his meds. This album is very jangly, Rickenbacker influenced. I love it. Twangy, jangly. It's very clear production, good backgrounds, good instrument, good musicians. Frank was mentioning before we got Jim, you came on, that it was an import. And I don't know why, because their first two were domestic, 89 and 90 or 89, 91, something like that. I don't know why this was an import. It's available now, of course. Now that we're talking about it, it's everywhere now. They even have a vinyl on eBay for it. But yeah, the Primitives, third album, Galore. I like it. That's why I picked it. Yep.
And right off the bat, do you have a favorite song off that thing, or did you like several? Or
yeah, I like several, but "You Are the Way," the lead track, I like it. "You Are the Way." I like quite a few. I like almost everything on it. But yeah, the lead track, "You Are the Way," is the one I like. Mostly. I like a lot of it. But yeah, "You Are the Way." Mm-hmm.
All right.
Lead track.
And off the top of your head, were there any singles that you recall?
Probably that, if there was one.
Okay.
That's the one that's more familiar to me.
All right. Jim, what are your thoughts?
I loved it. I thought every song on here was strong. My least favorite tune on there was probably "Hello Jesus." Didn't care for that one as much, but gosh, everything else I thought was great. "You Are the Way," empathize.
I'm the one that took.
Empathize.
I know, right?
Empathize.
Little do you know what I've been up to. "Smile," "Lead Me Astray," everything on here I thought was just great. And as far as the production goes, I thought the production was fantastic on this.
Very clean.
Yeah, very reminiscent of that time. Reminded me of other stuff that came out around then, the Darling Buds, Ocean Blue, little hints of Throwing Muses, like a few different artists, all from that era. I mean, it sounds very reminiscent of that early 90s sound and style. And I think it's a great record. I don't know if I like it as much as Pure, but I like the fact that they kept it down to 12 tracks. I thought that was
41 minutes.
Yeah, yep. Made it a little more concise, right? And they don't get too far beyond that 3.5 minute mark too often.
No.
Which I think is perfect for the genre. Yeah, strong songwriting. And it does not sound like a children's record at all, the way some people might profess to be. I don't know.
It's funny how
flat production, etc.
You're trying to slander some people.
Not slander. I don't hear it. That's just it.
Production.
I mean,
I'm not going to get into that with you. Do you have a favorite song on that, Jim?
Oh, favorite one. I would say probably "Slip Away." Okay. Or "Smile." One of those two, probably. Hard to pick a favorite because I really enjoyed the whole record.
Same here. No, it's pretty good.
And played it again for Gail right earlier this evening. She's all like, "Well, I really enjoyed that record." So you're in the minority, Frank, but maybe overall in the majority. I don't know.
Yeah. No, my thing was, again, never hearing of the album and not being a huge fan of it. Like I said, I knew their first album and I couldn't tell you any of the songs because, like I said, they were never played on any LA radio stations that we know of back then that I could recall. Didn't know of any hits. When I talked about the children's production, it wasn't that they was badly produced.
Sounded flat, you said.
It all sounded yeah, again, a product of the 90s of that style also. And that's all that was.
I think so.
And I likened it to Kids Bop, if you're wondering what I was talking about. And if you go back, I had to listen to a lot of that because that's when my kids were young. And so we had 7 or 8 of those CDs around the house at a given time. And,
I'm sorry.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, because when you hear kids singing adult songs and then changing lyrics to be kind, it's ridiculous. But
To be fair, I would say if you love 70s and 80s hard rock and metal, you're probably not going to sink your teeth into this.
Yeah.
Right? If you don't venture too much outside of that,
Now, Jerry, was that their final album, or did they do something after that?
No, that was the last in their incarnation, and then a couple of members left, and then they didn't have another one out for about 18 years.
Wow.
So that's the last lineup of their first 3, and then they
Gotcha.
took a big break. And yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that is the Primitives and Galore.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And any last shots or thoughts from either of you on that album?
I would say
No.
stream it, see if you like it. If you like it, buy it.
Very jangly and twangy. Yeah, very
Yeah.
Rickenbacker-ish. Yeah.
All right.
It gets a 66 from us, I guess.
There
Yeah.
you go.
66 and 2/3.
I think that's fair, but I think it's also good to say, I mean, if you
Well,
don't
it's all
like the pick,
good.
or just say you don't like it. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
fine.
it's all good. Yeah, all good.
Better than saying you loved it when you don't, or
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't gonna lie to you. That's for sure.
no, of course not.
No.
All right. Well, there you go. Like I said, the Primitives and Galore. Check it out. Yeah, let us know what you think. I know a lot of the people that listen to our show and watch our show, especially some of our friends, they're gonna love it. They're gonna love it because it is that 90s era of music. So give it a shout out. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
All right. With that, I know, Jerry, you've got
Mhm.
something a little different than the Primitives.
Yes.
So why don't you talk about that?
I will, Jim and Frank. It's a band called Taking on Water out of North County, San Diego.
Woohoo.
Oh, nice.
And thank you, Patty, for getting back to Frank and the show. The song Frank's going to spin is called The Lime, and it's off an upcoming album that they have in the can, but it hasn't been released yet. So there's no album yet. It's in the can. It's coming out, I think, at the end of the month, is what Patty said. The Taking on Water, the song is Lime. I love this part, guys, of the bio. Formed in the summer of 2019 via a successful Craigslist ad. That's how they got together, from a Craigslist ad.
Nice.
Yes. When I read that, I thought that was cool. Okay, we got Dustin Daniels on drums, formerly of Bone Crusher and Mammoth Thunder Power. We got Greg Marsh on vocals and guitars, formerly of the Punk Yacht Club. John Ludka on bass. Sorry, John. Formerly of Joystick, Dolores, and the Mad Caddies. And Patty, who got back to us on vocal and guitar, formerly of Celebrity Hangover. They are on all social, all media, YouTube, everything, Taking on Water. You can contact them at info@takingonwater.band. Again, they're all social, all streaming, all everything, YouTube. And again, from North County, San Diego, Taking on Water with The Lime.
Inside my cup, so I waste my day and drink it all away.
Taking on Water with the Lime. Jim, what are your thoughts?
Loved it. You know, at first I was all like, San Diego. I'm like, these guys sound like an OC, kind of an OC punk band. And then you remember like Blink 182 was a San Diego band. Not that I would compare these guys to Blink 182.
Right, right.
I think they're much better, but
Yeah.
This is great. Loved it. Loved the energy. I loved the drumming in it. I thought it was well written and well arranged. Very well arranged. Thought it was fantastic. The breaks were perfect.
And it's funny you mentioned the
Two thumbs up.
That was the first thing I thought of was, wow, there's some fantastic drumming going on in this song.
Yes.
I love the guitars, I love the riffs and all that, but the drummer made that tune. That was great.
Dustin Daniels. Yeah.
Way to go, Dustin. Great.
Way to go, Dustin.
Song.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you guys come back and watch this and you see the cover art that they sent along with this particular song, it goes right with Old Town San Diego. It looks great. It's
Cool.
very
Great.
fitting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is Taking on Water. Man, I like that.
That is fantastic.
I like that, and I like San Diego. So
I do too.
There you go.
Yeah. Now, what I want to say something real quick. Last episode, we had 3 cool bands with us, and I don't know that they shared the episode or not. We didn't get a lot of feedback. We didn't get a lot of hits on the episode, and I can't stress enough to all these bands that we live because of them. As far as this show goes, if they don't share with their fans and we get some feedback, yeah, we need you to share. So please put it on your social medias, put it on your however you get to your fans. Let them know, hey, we were on a podcast. They played our music. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank
Don't
you.
ask for much.
Yeah, do it.
Right. What I've got for us this week, I don't know quite his age. It's Dr. David Freedy is his name. He did go to high school in the 80s, so he's got to be around our age. He had a band back then called Meet Fred, MEATPHREAD. So they put an album out way back then. He says they had some moderate success. And then after high school, went and did some other things. And since then, he has started Freedy Recording Project. It's the Freedy Recording Project. And he does several albums and several cover tunes with different musicians in the area of Columbus, Ohio.
interesting.
And went to Bandcamp and I found this one song and I like, this sounds familiar. This is Rush. Well, this isn't Rush playing though, but I'm going to play for you a Rush tune covered by the Freedy Recording Project. Kay Harris is the vocalist. Troy Hickle is on bass. Sammy Hoff on drums and Dr. David Freedy on guitar. And this guy must know something about our show because in the email he sent me back, he put in parentheses next to everybody's name, rhymes with whatever. So it's like Hickle rhymes with pickle. And even him, Freedy, rhymes with needy. Got it all. So I couldn't screw it up if I wanted to. But again, they're in Columbus, Ohio. He's on volume 23 of these EPs that he's put out. Yeah. This one particularly, volume 23 has Rush tunes on it, Hendrix, Elvis, Pink Floyd. But the one I'm going to play for you is a Rush tune, and it goes something like this. Tell me if you know what it is. All right. Well, there is Dr. David Freedy and his merry band of musicians covering Rush and Finding My Way. That's off Rush's debut album back in 1974. Jerry, what were your thoughts on that?
I like it. Rough sounding, of course, from mid 70s, and I like how the Dr. Freedy kept that.
Yes.
It's what the album's like a month old, but it sounds like it's came from the mid 70s, and I like that. I like this song a lot. And again, Jim and I were discussing, I can't think of who that vocalist reminds me of.
Right.
But it'll come in 3 days from now when it doesn't matter.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I want to mention a lot of these albums, because they're covers, he doesn't charge for them. You can go on Bandcamp and download them.
Just download them.
Awesome.
It is a project of love for music and getting different musicians and stuff together to do stuff. I have not checked out what Pink Floyd tune is on volume 23. I think he does Manic Depression on the Hendrix tune, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back and look at it. But I'm, as you guys know, I'm not big on tribute bands, but I like cover tunes. I like when a band will do something as a, one-off type deal. But here you have a wide variety of different musicians having their songs covered. And if you like that kind of thing, go for it. What'd you think, Jim?
I thought it was a nice cover. Thought it was very well done. I was thinking, to me, it first sounded like if Zeppelin were covering Rush. And then the longer I listened to it, I thought, no, this guy's vocal is very different. And then I thought, Geddy Lee's vocals are not for everybody.
No, and this is a female, Kay Harris.
Kay Harris, yeah.
So I'm thinking, like, if you like Rush, but you don't care for Geddy's singing, you've just found the alternative.
Right.
This guy's got a great voice. I thought the whole thing was solid. I mean, the guitar, bass, drums, no faulting it.
No. And again, now I want to reiterate the singer appears to be Kay Harris.
K-A-Y.
Female.
Kay Harris.
And she's got a rough and tumbly voice for that song. She had a lot of growl to it. Yeah. And
she brought it.
Well, exactly.
She did. Reminds of our friend Trish McCormick. Yeah.
There you
Loved
go.
it.
Yeah.
It's perfect for a Geddy Lee song when you think about it.
Well, like Jim said, that's a good way to put it. If,
she brought more
Geddy
balls
Lee's,
than Geddy did.
Yeah.
Sorry, Geddy.
Yeah. No, and Geddy's
I prefer her vocal. I don't know what to tell you.
Bingo. Me too. All right. So that's Dr. David Freedy, Freedy. If you didn't catch that, check him out on Bandcamp. And if I have any other links, I'll post those on the show. Lots of music from Dr. David Freedy.
Oh, lots.
Yeah. And we talked about the album covers. He's doing, what are those, 50s, 40s, 50s?
50s pinups, but, just a little,
modern,
just a little cheesecake, girl by the barbecue, not crazy, but it's all that old 50s pinup stuff. I love it.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Great. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. You got two things. We got Jim. You got your band that you want to bring to us. And then, of course, you've got your classic pick right after that. So, let's hear about it. What do you got for us?
Okay. Well, this week I have award-winning artist Dolph Chaney. He's got a brand new album coming out on Big Stir. This is his third go around with that label. The new one's called Mug. And it's due out October 6th. And the song we're going to play is called Nice. It's the lead-off track from the record. So go ahead and drop the needle in the groove there, Frank.
I've done a decent thing or two.
There's Dolph Chaney with Noise.
Nice.
I like those chord changes.
Right.
Love that. That was good.
Where do we know Dolph Chaney from, Jim? Was he always been a solo artist, or do you know if he's
I think so. Like I said, this is like his third album. He's out of Chicago, so he probably did some other things before that.
Okay.
This is his third album with Big Stir. So he's been around there for 4 years now, I think.
Okay.
So
that was good.
But to me, that's what a good power pop song should be like. It should have that kind of energy and great solos. And
the solo definitely took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting it to be as distorted as it was, you know.
It's got a little bit of a kind of a Bob Mould feel. It's
no, I like that.
Little punky, the vocals are a little edgy there.
Yep.
I like it.
Jerry, what are your thoughts?
I liked it a lot, especially the solo. Great bass line, great hooks.
You can hear that
wonderful
bass all the
song
way through, huh?
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But that solo is where I got my goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not trebly. It's right there in that mid-range sound that just you can feel it while it's going on. That's what I liked about that. Dolph Chaney, and the album is called Mug.
Due out October 6th. You can go to bigstir.com or probably anywhere else you buy and stream music and get that. Go to Bandcamp. You can pre-order a CD. You can get hard copies. So,
all right,
there you go.
Very good, very good. Speaking of hard copies, did you see the pre-order for the new Dolly Rots? It's fluorescent yellow. It's got a.
I did not.
Holy cow! It popped up in my Facebook feed. Signed copies are $25.
Nice.
They're going to be released ahead of schedule, they said. So went ahead and jumped on that for $25. Getting a
well done
yellow LP and a foil album cover. They put out music faster than anybody I know. It's just amazing. And
they're great.
They're always on tour also. So I say,
they tour quite a bit.
Yeah. All right, Jim, you have the classic pick for the next episode.
I have the classic pick.
Yep.
And I think you will find that this is an album that is classic and was released in the US. And
was it played on the radio?
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Probably a good half of this album got airplay on KMET, KLOS, KNAC. We will be revisiting Black Sabbath's second album, Paranoid.
Ooh, Paranoid. All right.
And what I left out is, I told Frank I had to bring the heat this time. So Loudwire released a list, as these sites are wont to do at times, of the top 10 heavy metal albums at all time.
Right.
And that was their list topper, was Black Sabbath's Paranoid.
For heavy metal albums? Is that what
metal albums of all time?
Okay. That's debatable, as in most lists. I love the album, but it's debatable, you know?
I don't know.
You know, and for a song,
several hits on it though.
Well,
what I would call hits.
That were on the radio, Jim? They were on the radio, you say?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
You just can't let things go, can you?
Well, I'm just verifying. That's all.
Are you sitting on a pillow because your butt hurt? What?
I'm anticipating the next show. That's all. I'm just clarifying. Yeah, that's what that is.
Amazing thing about that album, and you guys already know, Paranoid was a filler. They needed one more song, and they threw that together in the studio. And their last hour or so of studio time, put that thing together, and it became probably their biggest hit.
I can believe that, because it's
straightforward.
It's straightforward. It's a few chords and
that's it. Yeah.
It works.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done, Jaime.
Excellent. If you have, I think it's Paramount. No, Prime on Amazon, their video, they have the documentary on the making of that album. Or they did.
Ooh, I have that.
Check it out. They may still have it.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting because they have, some of the guys in the studio. Tony's in the studio and he's playing with the knobs, and of course his solo, he wants it louder, and everything else, and
No.
going through the whole album.
Turn that amp up to 11.
I think their problem, even on their second album on, was always drugs and alcohol. So you can imagine there's a little bit of that in the studio as well.
Go figure.
Go figure. All right. Black Sabbath Paranoid. I think that qualifies as a classic rock.
Yeah, it's on here,
album.
Frank. It's on Prime.
Oh, check it out.
I will. Yeah.
Right on. All right. Well, Jerry.
Right on, Frank. Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
No. I want you to watch that because it does.
Yeah, I will.
Again, you know me, I'm a huge Black Sabbath fan. Speaking of online polls, there was just one the other day about Heaven and Hell versus Paranoid, which is the better, more Black Sabbath defining album. And
that's the wrong question to ask.
I rode the fence. No. They are both equally fantastic albums.
Heaven and Hell is a great album, but it's not Ozzy. So
that was my point.
It's a great album, Frank. No doubt.
The best Dio led album by Black Sabbath. I like it.
I agree with that 100%. Yeah. Yep.
I think it's the best Sabbath album, period.
Yeah, that's a damn good album.
I haven't heard them all either.
Oh, you favor Dio over Ozzy though, right, Jim?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And being a fan from the beginning, Ozzy fit that style because he sang the chord lines and everything of the songs, and that was his style of singing. And then he had all of Geezer's crazy lyrics to sing. And then when Dio came in, hey, guess what? We're gonna sing about.
I can write
stuff.
Yeah.
And fantastic.
Yeah, I heard Geezer was relieved.
Yes, he was.
He didn't like writing lyrics.
No. Nah. He has a book out that's fantastic too.
I believe it.
His life story and everything is really cool.
Great bass player though, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, no doubt.
Yeah. So, all right, Jerry, you have anything before we get out of here?
I sure do, Jim and Frank. Folks on Conspiracy Land, we appreciate you watching the show and listening. If you have any comments, drop us a line at the JFJ Show at gmail.com. It's out there, folks. We just heard Taking on Water, the Freedy recording project, and Dolph Chaney. It's Chaney with the A, C-H-A, because it took me a while to find it. I spelled it different. That's okay. But folks, it's out there. It's out there. Fresh live music. It's good. It's being released. We can purchase it. A lot of artists have vinyl, for sure digital. But yeah, folks out there in Conspiracy Land, thank you for watching and listening, and go check out these bands. Thank you.
All right. I really don't have anything. Like I said, I say everything that I can during the show. So you guys, I appreciate everybody listening, watching, and leaving comments. And share the shit out of this thing, will you?
Yeah.
Please.
I would Taking on Water. Yeah. The Freedy recording project. Dolph Chaney. Share it, folks.
Yeah.
Share it.
Yeah. I told you at the beginning of the year, my goal was to, by summertime, I wanted 200 subscribers. We're holding steady at 197, but
I know we're right. We're just so close.
We're close.
We've lost a few. We've gained a few,
yeah,
back and forth. So, yeah, come on, subscribe. What does it hurt you?
Doesn't hurt.
There it is. Jim, what do you got?
Well, along those same lines, if you like what you heard at all, smash the like button, subscribe, ring that notification bell, slide into your DMs every 2 weeks or so, give or take. Nice and easy.
Very good.
It's painless too.
Painless.
It really
doesn't cost you nothing.
Nothing.
Just think we were like on Patreon or something. We start charging people. I bet we wouldn't have 197 subscribers.
I was gonna say we wouldn't make 200.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else, Jim, take us on home.
Shop is closed.